Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gadsden Grandline podcast. I'm your host, Torrin Cantrell. Where's Franky?
Ho, ho, ho! Is everyone having a super Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
The Gadsden Grandline podcast. Thanks for tuning in so far. Shanks and Franky bringing joy both close and far. It's the holiday season. Get your cocoa.
Well, for this Christmas special, we just wanted to go ahead and just have a good time and ask a couple fun questions. It's not going to be a super long episode. We're here to have a good time and bring some joy through the holiday season, you know?
That's what it's all about. I'm telling you. Like I said, I just don't know what else would you do during Christmas break. I mean, you can watch Christmas movies. I've been watching Christmas movies since like November 1st, so big Christmas.
I've been watching it since birth. I don't know about.
Well, you know what I'm saying. But hey,
Polar Express is my favorite Christmas movie, by the way.
Ooh, hot take over here.
Tell me in the
We're already
comments.
starting with the hot take.
Is that a hot take? I don't know. Tell me in the comments.
Polar Express, I literally love it. It's
so good.
It's
It's so
definitely my
good.
top 10.
Really?
Yes, it is.
It's my top number one.
I don't know about number one, but it's definitely top 10.
Okay.
But I
mean, I also have Elf up there. Christmas Vacation.
Grinch.
Grinch is
I
good.
mean, they need to come up with a one-piece Christmas movie. I'm telling you.
Maybe
Oda,
that's in the works right now.
If you're watching Oda, one-piece Christmas movie, I'm in. I mean, you can go back.
Hey, that's what we're doing right now.
That's it.
This
Maybe.
is the One Piece
the
Christmas
intro.
special.
That's it.
All right, this is for you guys. We're bringing this for y'all.
I love it.
First question is, if you could join the Straw Hats, which role would you take and why? I think we're both just going to answer this and just have a good time and talk.
That's it. Well, it's a great question. I've actually thought about this in the past, and there's times where I'm like, I'm a teacher, so I'm a math teacher, so like, do they need? But that's like, look, we don't care about learning.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be just stupid. Like, that sucks. But then I started kind of just really thinking about the question, and I think I landed on one of two things. I think I landed on the one I would want to be, which would be a spy. I think the Straw Hats could be, like, I think a spy would be something they really need. And I was just thinking about, like, especially like Whole Cake.
Yeah.
I mean, if they would have had a spy, you could have like gathered some intel. Maybe
I didn't think about
was
that.
able to kind of like
Interesting.
infiltrate there, or even like partially, like, I don't know. I just feel, and like Jinbei was kind of already in that kind of role.
He's kind of in that role.
But at the same time, he never released anything
Nope.
But I just think a spy would be awesome. And also you could have done that, used it for Dressrosa. Just kind of gathering intel. I mean, just think if you could, like, once they kind of learn about the celestial dragons and how they're going to attack Marie Joie. Like, think about when they encounter Blackbeard, like, instead of just kind of going in there with no plan. That's kind of always what's going to happen. But I just thought, man, I think it would be fun. Now, I don't know if I would be actually a good spy, but like...
I mean, it's a great idea, great shout. I did not think of that. I took this way more literally.
Cool. Oh, okay. I'm
question.
I'm in.
So I was kind of thinking, I mean, it'd be great to be Usopp. He kind of does nothing the whole time. So
Shots fired!
I'd kind of just be sitting there chilling,
Shots fired, right?
Hey, shots fired. Yeah, shooting star, whatever it's called.
That's it.
That Usopp would be cool, and then Jinbei, like you said, I think that'd be awesome.
Oh, yes. I'm with you on that.
Kind of, you're not really the captain, but you're kind of you lead the crew in certain ways. You sail the ship.
Like wisdom,
There's wisdom behind you.
A lot of wisdom.
You're powerful. And not only that, he's done this for a while. I mean, he's got experience.
Very well. He's not like just
very well known, respected. Mm-hmm. I think that might be my pick. Personally.
I'm in. So if you were actual Straw Hat pirate, who would you be? You're saying Jinbei.
I think I'd be Jinbei.
Okay, I'm in.
But
I'm already Franky. I think I'd always be Franky. I'm in on Franky. I wish I actually was gifted with his craftsmanship.
Yeah.
I can make stick people maybe with some popsicle sticks.
Okay. Or maybe drawing stick figures on a piece of paper.
That's about the extent of it. I mean, I can calculate maybe blueprints, but I couldn't actually draw or build anything.
No, I'm with you on that degree. I mean,
I'm on YouTube University when it comes to
drawing's not my strong suit. I will say that. Not the worst you've ever seen, but definitely not the best.
No, I'm just terrible at drawing too. So
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Well, I think we have some Christmas questions coming up. You want to ask them?
Oh, sure. I'll gladly ask our first Christmas question. I think I want to ask you, the fans, this Christmas question. So, if you could spend Christmas with any of the Straw Hats, who would it be? So, just comment who would be the Straw Hat that you'd want to spend Christmas with and why. I think
that's a great question. I really do want to hear what y'all have to say. Please comment.
Please, because I love the
last episode we said it and a couple people didn't comment. I mean, we had 160 views and only 3 people commented. So come on, guys. Come on, fans.
I believe in y'all. It's
Christmas. Have a good time. Give us some joy with these comments.
Absolutely. But who'd you think if you could spend Christmas real quick? Who'd you go with?
I'd have to pick Luffy.
Luffy, he would be pretty awesome. But
I mean,
he would eat all the food.
I know.
He would literally eat all the food.
He would be so much fun to hang out with. I don't know if it was Cooper who said this. The ultimate bro is Luffy. I think it was Cooper Smith.
Is he though?
And I just feel I get what you're saying. I don't know. He might put you in some bad spots. I think I would have so much fun hanging out with Luffy.
I think it would be fun to hang out with Luffy.
I think it'd be awesome to hang out with him.
He would always be when you need a moment. He would definitely pump you up.
Yeah,
but man, he's a true wild card. When everything's Gucci, everything good.
Yeah,
boy, he will just bolt.
No, I agree. I do think it'd be fun just to hang out with him though, and I think he's always so joyful and uplifting to people that I think I would just love to be around
That's what
him.
the Christmas season's all about. You know?
Exactly. So I think Luffy would be perfect for that.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought so. This is kind of the opposite. Like you're that way. I'm over here. Like I'm practical. I'm like I would love to be. I think Sanji would be my guy. Like he'd cook the best food. Could you imagine? Like hot chocolate would just hit
Christmas
different,
dinner
you know?
with Sanji.
Hot chocolate would be different. The cookies would be different. Like
true. Yeah.
I mean, and I know he wouldn't really cook for me, so maybe I
That's a great.
So
that's a great shout. I did not think about that.
So
either,
I'm just thinking Sanji.
Great idea.
Would be awesome because he would have the best spread and he can cook for everybody. So the whole family.
Oh yeah, no.
And I mean,
I still don't understand how he cooks out the meals he does on that ship. Where do they get all the food and the supplies?
Well, a couple times you've seen some awesome fishing skills being done.
That's true. Usopp actually does carry him in the...
What do you think Jinbei thinks about the fishing? Oh, like, what is this?
That's a good question. Do the fishermen find it off-putting?
That's actually...
Does he eat it? Please answer in the comments if you know this. Specifically, Kobe, our buddy Kobe might know this one.
Hey, come on, Kobe.
Shout out, Kobe. Let us know in the comments. I guess.
I don't know. But he's a fish man. I mean, and fish eat fish. Like, right? So
yeah, they do.
I would think he'd be okay with it. Like, he's part of the fish.
I think he would.
Jinbei is also a person that understands.
Do you think these fish have a soul? I mean, obviously, Jinbei does.
I got a connection with good old Jinbei, so like, I feel like they might. I mean, I don't know.
Who knows? It's a question for Oda. He answers questions in the manga, so I feel like we could probably type this one in.
He'd probably like
him.
that one. I think that.
Yeah,
he'd probably like that one.
That's a good one.
With the practicality that Jinbei is, I really feel like he would 100% be okay with it. Eating fish.
Yeah.
I think because he understands the food chain. He understands that. So I think he'd be in on it. But I don't know if he would eat any. But
yeah, it's kind of like being a vegetarian in his world.
Yeah,
he's like a vegetarian for fishermen. Maybe if you look at it that way.
Food for thought. Deep questions
Food
over
for
here. Yes.
All right. Well, next up, if there is one character who would be Santa, who would it be?
If one character could be Santa, who would it be?
That's a broad question. There could be so many characters.
And is this on the Straw Hats or all of One Piece?
I was thinking all, but I mean, if you just want the Straw Hats, we could narrow it.
I feel like there's a couple thoughts I have for this.
Okay.
I mean, the first one that hits me is Whitebeard. I mean, I'm just thinking this tall... Whitebeard. Like, he's a father figure, Father Christmas. I don't know. Like, I'm thinking that. So I feel like that would be my first answer.
That's a great pick.
But the fun answer... hold on. Ooh. I think the fun answer has to be... I don't know. What if we had Buggy?
Buggy?
Would Buggy be a great Christmas
I was thinking Foxy.
Santa? Foxy?
No.
Oh, my...
Sorry, I just have to shout it out.
He'd be stealing Christmas gifts. He would. But
putting everybody in slow motion, stealing the gifts of
mine
mine.
too. But I think Buggy would be a great Santa.
Yeah,
he would be. He kind of looks like him. With his,
red nose matches the hat. Maybe
I don't know. I think he'd be great. He's the genius gesture.
He's always laughing, very joyful.
But I think exactly.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Buggy.
It's a good idea.
Who you got?
So I was thinking a couple people.
Buggy.
Obviously, Rayleigh.
Oh.
I think Rayleigh is such an interesting character, and I think that not only is he old,
he's got that mystical.
Yeah,
he's got that mystical.
I was about to say
vibe.
he has that mystique about him. He's like, you don't know much about him. He could be doing some other, I don't know, part-time job on the side. We don't know what he's doing. Basically just chilling, delivering gifts to children, and seems like he loves that.
That's what he's doing on the side. Spoil it, we figured it out. We figured out what Rayleigh's doing.
Yep.
He's 100% just, he's got a crew of elves.
He helps Luffy when Luffy's young. I think he's there to help people, and he's willing to help people. And I think he's willing to show the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, I love it. So Rayleigh, okay, Rayleigh. I think Buggy would be great.
Buggy's a great idea.
He'd be stealing gifts too.
Honestly, I expected Kuro out of you. I know you're such a big Kuro
fan. Hey, you know Captain Kuro. I'm saying he is the man of 1,000 plans. So you know, that's it.
He has 1,000 ways to get the present to your house within a night.
That's what I'm saying. That's it. You know.
Yeah.
He'll give you a present. He'll rob you all in one night.
He might take 3 years to rob you, but
I know because you know he'll take time. He likes the long game.
Yeah.
The long game. You know.
He has it all in mind.
Oh.
All right. You want to ask the next question?
Sure. So okay, if Brooke could sing a Christmas carol, what song would he sing and why?
Oh, that's such a good question.
I think I already know my answer.
Let me hear yours.
Since I wrote the question, I think I had to come up with this one.
Yeah, he wrote this one.
I know this is almost kind of bad, but at the same time. So because he's a skeleton, and yes, he can sing, but how do you not have Nightmare Before Christmas and have, what's this?
Okay.
What's this? And then that'd be a great one. Or Making Christmas.
That's good.
And I think it just fits that Thriller Bark vibe when you get to meet Brooke for the first time. I think that would be so much fun. And it's a fun song. And it's also not just that, but it kind of fits in the theme of One Piece has never seen Christmas. So it's kind of like, what's this?
Drum Island's
what's
like the closest thing.
Like, it's like, what's this? And he gets to experience it for the first time. And I think that'd be a great Christmas song.
That's a great shout. I really do like that. It's a great idea.
I mean, it was almost too easy when I think about it, but at the same time, I think it's perfect for the One Piece world.
Yeah, I am between two songs. Here Comes Santa Claus.
Okay.
I think he could hit the vocals very well. I mean, I think his voice fits the song.
Mm-hmm.
It suits the song.
He knows that mystical Rayleigh that he knows he's heard the stories. He's heard the stories.
Yeah, he knows.
He's heard the stories.
And then, what's it called? Xmas.
War is Over.
Yeah, War is Over.
John Lennon. Okay.
I think not only guitarist in that song. Okay. I think he is a great guitarist, and I think Brooke would match that.
And I think think about the ending of all One Piece. You could be kind of foreshadowing. War is over. The big party started.
If you want it.
That's so.
Great song, by the way. One of my favorite Christmas songs.
It's a good one.
I feel like it's underrated, actually.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm a big fan.
It's great.
I'll be honest. Every time there's a new Christmas album, I'm in. So, that's a great song. Okay, Brooke.
That's a fun question.
War is over. What's this? I'm in.
Yeah, those are good shouts. Hey, comment. Like I said, you're free to comment on all these questions. We love to hear what y'all have to say. I read them all. He reads them all.
Absolutely.
He comments. I like. So
that's it.
It's kind of just a partnership here. Loving it. If Santa had a devil fruit, what would it be?
If Santa had a devil fruit,
man, this is crazy. Ooh, you know who'd be? It would be Kinemon. How he can put rocks on people's heads and just all of a sudden it's there.
Okay.
It's kind of like magic. He can just create things for people.
Okay, so instead of outfits, he creates toys.
Imagine, yeah, okay.
Okay, so kind of like that, it just and not just that, but you could say he would have this instinct of knowing what that toy would be.
Oh yeah,
what would be the perfect.
All he needs is a rock.
That's it. You gotta have a rock. That's where the coal comes in.
Bring in Dwayne The Rock Johnson in live action.
If you don't actually are good, then you just get the rock.
You just get the rock. Wow.
That's it. I'm telling you, the One Piece movie is coming together.
Your two hosts right here are coming up with some brilliant plots.
I love it.
Hey, I like that. That's my answer.
That's a great. I didn't have to see Kinemon's. If you think his devil fruit's buns, we just found a redemption arc for in the movie, in the non-canon One Piece.
Well, I also think
he could
set up a clothing store with that ability, so I feel like he could make some good money. But what's your answer for this?
So I was thinking it's got to be something to do with time, and this is where I was gonna, I was thinking come on, if you're gonna do a Foxy plug, this is it. The slowing down time, so he has an opportunity to get to all these islands.
Wow!
Right? So he's got to slow down, but at the same time, you're but how does? But you'd also have to have some type of way because,
I have a theory.
The log pose.
What if he slows down the universe, shoots it up to the sky, all of a sudden the world's moving a little bit slower, and he's taking his time delivering presents, bringing joy to the kids, to the families.
This is how Rayleigh's done it this whole time. I'm in.
Wow.
Rayleigh actually has a time slowing down devil fruit here.
No, Foxy is like his elf on the side. He's in the back just shooting down slow beams. I did a graphic of that.
I mean,
I might put up a graphic if I can
it.
find one. We'll see.
Good old Foxy. What a guy. He just doesn't get enough love. I just don't think he does. So.
Or maybe he gets too much
Maybe
love.
that's what it is. I don't know.
I'll let you ask the next question.
Okay, so so who is kind of getting off the Christmas idea, kind of getting reeling it back in. So who is the most underrated One Piece character, and why do they deserve more attention?
Such a good question, man. So many options too, because I have so many opinions on characters that are just extremely underrated. I know it's a hard question.
It is. You know,
we have time to think.
Yeah, I mean when I think of most underrated, dude, because I was thinking like people like we just don't see. So in my mind, I was thinking like Mihawk. Like, but then again, he's not really underrated.
I would say he's almost overrated.
Like maybe that's what he's like. He is overrated, and man, then there's. And then there's I was thinking maybe Caesar Clown, but he's just buns. He's just buns. He's buns. He's not good. I'm trying to think of someone that helped.
Vivi?
Maybe. What about Broggy and Grogi? You know, the Giants.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how.
No. I think they are very important, not only for Elbath, but also they used to be pirates, which I do find very interesting. And I think they're the first Giants we see in the show, and I feel like they're super strong even now. So I could see how they're an underrated.
I mean, and I feel like another one's Saul. Saul would be one that's very underrated. Like he is, like
that's.
I mean, he has a lot of moments where he's very, very important. Like he was not a vice admiral. Like what he was up in the Marines. He was something. I think he was a vice admiral, and like he was extremely important. But then he kind of realized that what they were doing, and he kind of just went rogue for a second. But also like he's doing things behind the scenes that no one knows about. But there's just no light, and the only moment anyone ever remembers is the scene with Saul and Robin. So like having that like
find friends,
like friendships there. Just keep fighting this world. You're not alone. And just even that one moment hits so hard, but at the same time it's like he's underrated. He didn't get enough screen time. Come on, Oda, what you doing?
I think he is underrated. And plus, now that we know he's back, I think it's so crazy.
Oh yeah, he's back. Yeah, we kind of already know. We do know.
We know he's back.
So I'm kind of excited to see
super awesome
him fleshed back out, but definitely.
But man, I have so many questions about that, which we can save for another podcast. I just wonder, does Aokiji's ice freeze over? Like, does it just melt? Are the people actually not dead when they're frozen? That just leaves me with so many questions, and so many people that could survive.
And when you first hit that moment where Robin gets frozen,
and
we're
like it's over.
It's like it felt like so, it's over. But I don't know. I don't know
either.
But I do think of the classic: if you freeze and unthaw, you'll come back to life. But I don't know. I mean, how long would it take you to thaw out?
Couple months.
Well, but then again, you got other people. Maybe what if Ace visited him and melted? He may not have been alive at that time. Actually,
well, the island was on fire.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe figured it out. We've already figured it out.
The island was on fire.
The island was on fire.
If Oda announces that, you can come back to this episode and see that I said that.
That's it. We're on.
All right. What's the saddest One Piece moment?
Oh man, there's so many that hit.
I can go ahead and tell you mine.
Go for it. Hit it.
This one hits every time, and it's Binks Brew. Brooks' last moments with his crew. In my opinion, that's the saddest moment in the whole show.
And so, as they're singing it for the last time, and they recorded it on that
and then Brooks singing it for his new crew. That moment hit so hard, and I think for me, that's the most emotional one.
And I've recently rewatched that, and I forgot how impactful and so good it was.
It was impactful to Luffy even,
It was good.
They were all listening to
That's
it.
That's a good one. It's a good pull. I'm in. I mean, for me, it's always been the same one. Like, I love Nami's and I love Choppers. And
I know which one it is.
It's going to be Robin. Every single time, I love Robin. That's
definitely top 3 saddest moments for me.
It is. And I just remember when it's just on that ledge and they just... Yeah. And he's like, I'm not going to do nothing until you say you need me. I just love that. I just love that.
So good.
Luffy, and just in this whole show, Luffy will do that where he's like, I won't step in until you want me to. Like, even in the Zoro fight versus Mihawk, he's like, I will not, I will want you to feel like you can do it on your own and believe in yourself, but just know I'm here for you if you need me. And then But that moment when finally, like that anticipation, the backstory behind what, like all she's been through, and finally she says it, like, and then going back to Saul, like all those connections. I love it.
No, I completely agree. That's great
always
answer.
That has always been mine. And I mean, I know Nami's was the one that hooked me into One Piece, but that one was like, that's my favorite. That's probably my favorite moment of all of One Piece, even though it's the saddest, but it's so good.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the same thing with me and Brooks' backstory right there. So.
I'm in.
But I actually do like Robin's backstory more than Brooks. I think that Brooks' ending of the backstory just really hits me.
I respect that, and I just think that's so funny when Brooke comes in, because it's like you spend like all these characters. How many episodes to get Franky, and then literally the first episode,
you're on the crew.
Would you like to join my crew? Sure. He's like, yeah.
All the guys that are, I don't remember if it was Sanji, somebody's with him. They're like, you idiot.
What do you don't know? This is
just invite a skeleton.
We don't even know who this guy is. Is he a guy? Good. Is he a like spirit? Well,
yeah, who knows?
Like, who knows?
Well, I guess he is a guy because he goes into spirit mode. So
but
what moment of One Piece is the funniest?
Oh man, I mean,
I know if Cooper was here, he would immediately say "pervert camel." If you know that scene,
what a guy!
It's in Alabasta, but I know immediately he'd say that.
That's so good. I think for me, it's. I think anything the Buggy does is so funny, and when he's at Marineford, and he's like recording himself. We have the biggest
like live streaming
war. Like war is literally the Paramount War. Dude. Like it's such a big moment, and then out of nowhere you got
I know, and honestly, it got on my nerves at one point because there was like a fight going on. It was like Mihawk running towards somebody, and it flips to Buggy. I was like, get off the screen, come on.
Oh, but I absolutely. And he's like worried about the camera, and then the people in Sabaody are like, get off the screen. Is that what you just said? I'm sorry.
Dude, that's me. Those people
get off the screen. Like we're trying to watch like history happening here.
Yeah, and Buggy's over here live streaming.
Hey, everybody, like and subscribe.
Hey, you guys, right there.
Right there, that's it. But I'm telling you, Buggy and Marineford is hilarious. And even Impel Down, him and Mr. 3, like...
He's got some great moments in the first beginning of One Piece, too, you know? He eats the devil fruit on accident. That one's great. There's a couple. Anything pre-time skip to me is the funniest. I think Skypiea, when Zoro catches the rope and swings, he's like, whoa! That one is amazing.
That kind of like, that's like a thought I had. Like, do you think the pre-time skip is like characters and the story versus post-time skip? Like, what do you think about that? Like, do you think the pre-time skip is better or the post-time skip characters and development and all that? Like, and
so I think, if we're talking characters in general,
just characters. Maybe
villain-wise, I would say post-time skip is better.
Okay.
Villain-wise,
all right,
100%. Now, if we're talking character-wise, the Straw Hats in general, I think pre-time skip's better because I think there's more humor in the beginning of One Piece. The pre-time skip, you notice a change in Zoro. Of course, they all change, they all mature. But I think that there's not as many lighthearted jokes in the post as there is in the pre-time skip. So I have to say I kind of like the Straw Hats more in the pre-time skip.
I think I agree with definitely the character, but definitely pre-time. It's just the lightheartedness and just the adventure. It's great, but I mean, I'm thinking like villains. Like I thought Kaido. I mean, I know he's great, but like Kaido, I honestly, he didn't hit.
Really?
For me, Kaido was.
I think for me he did hit.
He did? Okay. I actually have read all the chapters.
Okay, so I watched it.
But I haven't watched all of the ending of Wano. But
so I watched Wano, and I feel like it really did hit.
Okay.
There was like actually, I was afraid that we're not going to be able to make it through this. Or at least I knew the Straw Hats were. As I didn't think some of the people that we were with were going to make it through.
Okay. Well, for me, it was like, because you didn't get that great of a backstory for Kaido.
Yeah.
And then you had in the new, like, you have, I mean, Doflamingo's perfect. He's the best villain. He might be one of the best villains in in the history of all like media. Like he's, I think still got Joker, the actual Joker, ahead of him, but still
100%.
But he's phenomenal.
There's no debate for
top 5.
Joker's number one almost.
But like outside of Dofi, I'm thinking like villains like Big Jack.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
can I just say overrated character as what we were talking about? I think right. Yeah, overrated characters. We talked about a minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
Big Mom, in my opinion, is the most overrated.
Like some of
the most overrated character. So much hype behind her before I watched it. So much hype, and I was like, "This is such a letdown." She is not the villain everybody made her seem.
I think she had incredible potential. Like just knowing what
she had potential, but I don't think she.
I think, but she had. I don't think. I respect Big Mom. I think I really do like her. I think there's moments like when it comes to villains, we didn't get to see Big Mom at her finest. Okay. Like we never got to see that. But like when she is in her, like she doesn't have one of her little food attacks. Like,
yeah.
It's amazing. It's like an Achilles heel. Like if you don't have that food attack and you're screaming Keiki for 30 episodes,
gosh,
the anime is
the worst. It's so bad.
It's so fun. It's honestly, I got to the point where I just loved it. It was hilarious. Keiki.
I think I'm the opposite. I was struggling to watch it.
I just know. I will say, you know what's funny? I always say all this.
Yeah.
She would have died if Sanji. We didn't save her. She would have died.
It's true.
So if you have not watched Whole Cake, spoilers. I'm sorry.
Sanji about killed millions of people.
That's right.
Saving her.
But if you think about Big Mom, I know this is going on a tangent here for just a second, but that is like her soul fruit, where she's like, soul or whatever, like, and then what she's been able to do to create an entire like
area,
like utopia,
yeah.
But also like what she can do is phenomenal.
She can,
if you don't have that one little weird, awkward, just kind of strange weakness.
Yeah,
like she's crazy. The potentials and not
that's what I'm saying. The potential,
there, but we just didn't get to see it.
Letdown.
We just didn't get to see it.
Yeah,
but I think the potential's still there.
Really?
I really do.
I think she's dead.
Oh well.
I mean, she kind of fell into lava.
Oh, she ain't dead. They ain't no one dead. So? They ain't no one dead in One Piece. She's coming back. Watch this.
My goodness.
Calling it now. She's coming back.
Don't bring her back over.
Right here. Bringing it back. But I could definitely see for overhyped characters, that one's definitely, I could see that one. For me, we didn't get to see nothing for Kaido. For me, that was the most overhyped. So I actually like Big Mom. I like the story. I loved Whole Cake. I think I just was hungry the whole time. But for Kaido, like, there's no backstory. We didn't get to see
very little.
Very little. Like just, I mean, the coolest part of the backstory was about King. It wasn't even about him.
The Rocks Pirates.
And the Rocks Pirates get to see that. And I'm very interested in that. Like,
yeah, that was interesting, but they didn't show enough for it to be. I agree. So interesting.
But anyways, but for overhyped, for me, it was Kaido, just because he's a great fighter. We know that. I don't. So. And
he shows
the battle was great, but like just overall as a story, like I don't know. There's no development there.
I will say, please watch the anime for
Kaido,
because it was actually really awesome. When he like destroys the mountain and you see him fight Luffy for the first time. Gear 4 of Luffy versus Kaido. That's a really awesome fight, and I think you should rewatch it.
Okay. Well, hey, I got some days here in Christmas break.
Yeah, Christmas break coming up. 6 months.
Knock some episodes out.
Well, why does Shanks' crew not have any devil fruits? Do they know something about the curse of the sea that we don't? This is such an awesome question.
As soon as, like, for me, it's like Shanks. I know. Well, the Gadsden Straw Hats. Of course, we had to have a Shanks question.
Oh,
I just want to make sure I let the record show. It doesn't surprise me that Shanks has to bring Shanks up.
Shanks himself.
Gotta get that plug in.
Yeah, a little plug.
But I think he does. I mean, we know several things. We know that he never actually got to see the One Piece. We know.
But I do think Roger told him some things.
I'm sure. I really think he. And
obviously, Shanks was like, "I don't want to hear about the One Piece." I think Roger told him some things about the world, though. That's my opinion.
And because of that, like, I think there is 1,000%. Like, there's a reason why no one has, and they've mastered hockey. But Roger didn't have.
Yeah.
A devil fruit, and I think.
And by the way, Shanks, why has he waited until Luffy unlocks Gear 5?
Well, if we think about that, like because all this was in the same time frame. Like we know in Wano, like it says all about opening up Wano, and like Odin was like writing in his journal like all this that he wanted to happen. Like he's aware of all this, so he knows. He may even already know what the One Piece is. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but at the same time, like he knows some things, and not just that, but it's also he's just walking up to Marijois like it's nothing.
But like, why did he go to get the gum fruit at the time he did? That's my question, and I also wonder like, why has he waited for Luffy to grow up until this point to start searching for the One Piece.
But like I said, I think since he knew like how everything was supposed to be, he knew the prophecy.
Yeah.
That was kind of being said. He knew that prophecy already, and he kind of already knew some things. So because of that, that's why I think he's waited for sure. And I think because of all those things, like he knows that like. So it's kind of interesting that we have like someone setting up right now for Blackbeard.
Like he needs Luffy. I feel like Shanks needs Luffy.
So you think he needs
as a piece to the puzzle?
Okay, I'm in. Well, okay, that would make sense.
That makes a lot of sense to me, and I think something about the Curse of the Sea could relate to what he knows already.
And he knows who Umi is, I'm sure, or not Umi, but Uma.
Well, okay, so yeah, when he went to go talk to the Five Elders, do you think he talked with them about Umi?
I think so. I think
because that'd be groundbreaking.
Shanks, I actually saw something that I just cracked up. Like this is it right here. Like, is Shanks already the king of the pirates? Think about it. He's got 3 of the road poneglyphs. He already kind of knows what's going on. He can walk up the Marige Wall like it's nobody's business. I mean, the Navy or the Marines fear him. Other emperors.
Akainu fears him.
I mean, the Marines fear him. He can walk up the Marine Wall. All the other emperors fear him, with the exception of Luffy, because he just doesn't know fear. He's just living his best life. But for the most part, he can do anything he wants, and everyone knows him. He's kind of already the king of the pirates, if you think about it. He really is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really think about it. But also, he knows more than anyone else because of his connection with the Roger Pirates.
Also, I do think he's just accomplished so much.
He is.
Yeah,
he has. He's got some serious pedigree.
Well, how old is Blackbeard? Because I feel like they're around the same age. When you look at Shanks and Blackbeard, I feel like they're close to the same age. So that just brings the question, Blackbeard, you're a little behind, Like, got some...
He's such a sleazy...
Oh, man. I don't like him.
He's...
Ever since he did what he did to Whitebeard.
I mean, yeah, I'm just... Yeah. Like, he's gotten more clever as he's gone along. Like, he's a clever guy, but...
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just curious... Even some of the topics we talked about before,
like see what happens.
The Blackbeard, the whole idea of who's going to fight Blackbeard. Like, there's all these questions on who's fighting Blackbeard. Who's going to?
I have my opinions,
is Shanks going to beat him? Is Luffy going to beat him? Is Luffy's just going to be the main guy and he just keeps doing this 1-1-1, or is there going to be other battles in this final war?
I mean, what if it starts out it's Luffy and Blackbeard, and all of a sudden, before you know it, Emu and the 5 Elders come in and they take out Blackbeard, and Luffy and Shanks and everybody are having to survive for their lives against the strongest character, as we know. Emu is the strongest character in the show, and
that's why I feel like there's part of me that thinks that they're gonna Luffy and their fleets are all gonna band together, and take. I mean, there's no way that one person could solo beat
Emu.
Yeah, there's no way.
So many questions with Emu, by the way. I mean, this guy's been around for forever. I have a theory. He says that he's known the kings of the past. I think he is one of the kings, and I think he secretly took out the rest. Besides, what's her face that went to Alabasta. I think that's the one that got away, and that's why he hates her so much. Okay. I think he took out the rest and took the throne for himself. Okay, that's my opinion on that. That's just a little theory. Okay, something I'm throwing out there.
I'm in.
Something I'm just throwing out there.
I mean, I forget how much Shanks has actually watched. I can't say everything's confirmed or denied, but I love the theory. Yeah. Because there's a few more elements of Emu.
Well, I'm completely caught up on the anime side. I don't know if
everything runs together. That's when anime and manga and everything runs together. And I don't want to spoil nothing for you, but I love the theory. I love the theory. It's a great theory. So I have tons of thoughts. Mine are always about the ancient weapons and how those ancient weapons, like
sword.
I mean, just with Pluton, Poseidon, Uranus, and like who's got them and why they're there. I mean, makes you wonder. Like, okay, so especially with Joy Boy. Literally on the poneglyphs, in Fishman Island, he said, we left. He writes about him, so it's like Joy Boy could have, and that's who was in charge of writing the poneglyphs. Joy Boy had a hand in that with the Kazuki clan, so it makes you so clearly there's some reason to do with the ancient weapons.
Maybe,
but one of the ancient weapons is. Uranus. We don't fully know what it is, but I think we have some suspicions. But it makes you wonder, like, are two of the weapons in counter of the one big weapon?
Well,
makes you wonder. I don't know.
Well, I just thought of this. Shanks, as we talked about earlier, he might have been waiting on Luffy for Luffy to grow up and unlock this Nika Nika fruit.
Mm-hmm.
What if Luffy, the Joy Boy, is the key to using these weapons, and Shanks is just waiting for Luffy to?
You have to use the fifth gear.
I think maybe Roger knew about this. You know, maybe Roger knew that you need something more than just a crew. You need Joy Boy.
Makes you wonder that when he saw the One Piece, he laughs. It really does make you wonder. So I don't know. We're just going down a rabbit hole right here. We could probably do this all night.
Dude,
I'll be honest. We got to get back on track. But I don't even remember what the last question was.
Yeah, right there.
So okay. Oh, I like this question. So think about it kind of fits in, but think about at the end of all this when we when all the Straw Hats accomplish what they've wanted to do, will the Straw Hats disband, or will they stay together for the rest of their?
I think so.
So you think they'll disband kind of like the Roger Pirates did?
I think they will. I think they will have reunions, and I think they will literally rule the world in what they do. First of all, I think they're gonna, free pirates completely. I don't think there'll be a world government by the end of the show. That's my opinion. Theory. I do wonder, without a world government, I think they'll split up, and I think they will be rulers almost.
Okay.
Like, they will work together, and I think Luffy will be the king, but I think they will be Thanes, if you will.
I think Luffy dies.
Really?
That's what I think. I think Luffy's going to die at the end of all this, but his dream will come to fruition that there is no more,
Do you think Luffy will have a son?
No, absolutely not.
Really?
No. He's never going to get married unless it's a piece of chicken.
Hey, Boa.
I don't care.
That's not a chicken.
No, that's not a chicken. That's not a chicken. But I think he, it's almost like he sacrifices himself for everyone. And maybe kind of like almost like Roger, he launches this next age of peace or whatever. But it makes you wonder, if they're
once Emu's done with,
it makes you wonder, will there be
ending of
will there be
evil
it kind of makes you think of there's two different types of pirates. I think there will always be the pirate, the classic cliche. I'm going to pillage your town
just to steal,
just to steal. But clearly the Straw Hat Pirates are not those kind of pirates.
Oh yeah,
they're there to live in freedom because that's not what they can do.
Luffy's ideals of a pirate are way different.
There's not those traditional
Blackbeards.
So I feel like a lot of pirate crews will disband because there's no oppression anymore. There's nothing like that anymore. So a lot of this pirates, we're in the Great Pirate Era, but I think a lot of this will go die down because there will kind of be peace.
Imagine this. Everything goes back to how it was, right? And you have basically the five elders are now the Straw Hats. Those Straw Hats are now in the position the five elders are. Luffy's the king. But one day, if Oda keeps writing, I don't know what he's going to do with the future plans of One Piece as a series. What if people in the future try to take down Luffy and his crew, the five elders, just like pirates
it never ends,
and it's just a constant, good versus evil.
Wouldn't
that be interesting?
I
don't know.
It's almost like real life. As soon as this happens, it's nice for a time, but something's
going to keep building. It's going to keep
something's going to brew back. But I think so you're saying they disband? I think they do too. They may even
little track there. But got off the track.
But at the same, we're just our minds have been just.
It's great, Christmas special. We're here.
That's it. Christmas special. All of One Piece has been explained right here. The ending of One Piece.
Oh my gosh,
our
we've
theories.
spoiled.
Spoilers.
Spoiled people. Ace, if you're watching, Aaron, hey. Watch out! Hey, you might have just heard some things.
Hopefully, they intrigue you. That's our hope is good. I know when I got into it, I watched Stampede, the movie Stampede. There were so many things that happened and so many characters, but I never fully understood the context, so it really wasn't a spoiler. So it really wasn't. So
you may hear all this. Enjoy this Christmas.
But just know this is what you have to look forward to as you delve deeper into watching episodes of One Piece.
As you delve deeper into the holidays. Because I believe some of you are going to catch up by Christmas.
It's great. I've done the 3 a.m., 4 a.m. binge watching.
Oh, yeah.
And I have no regrets. I have none.
It was a great time.
It was phenomenal. Woke up.
I did it until Usopp and Luffy got into a fight. And I was so mad at Usopp that I turned off my MacBook, and I went to bed.
Nope. And it was actually during those times where I was like, I had to know, like, what's going on.
I watched the fight end, and I was mad at Usopp, so I just shut it.
Sometimes you got to do that sometimes. But I think I'm with you on that they disband. I mean, I think Sanji stays in the All Blue, becomes the best chef in the world. Zoro now gets to almost be like Mihawk.
Yeah.
He just wanders aimlessly around just like Mihawk does.
Yeah,
and just does cool things for no reason, but he doesn't have to actually show up to things like the Marines force him to. But I feel like everybody, and Usopp, I think goes back to, and I think he probably, what is her name in Surf Village? Kaya. That's right. Kaya. I think he ends up with Kaya. Like,
I do think that'll happen.
I think like they'll all go back.
Nami will find a man. Sanji will be jealous, and Sanji will be single for the rest of. Sanji will
love it.
Pudding maybe. Sanji will find somebody.
I love it.
Zoro definitely will be single in my opinion. Actually, imagine Momonosuke's sister. You know what I'm talking.
Oh, what is her name?
Oh my gosh! How did I forget her name?
I mean,
Zoro and her.
We're just over here. We're just getting in the fields here. I love it. I don't know. I'm just so excited.
Franky, we're selling cola abroad, like across the world.
I mean,
shipping it.
If there are some things that happen during this last battle that affect the world of One Piece, like they may need a master craftsman. Like they
might need some cola.
Like they might need some cola. They need some. I bet he builds like villages on the water. I don't know. Like I bet he will help out with that aspect. So I don't know. My character is definitely important.
Super interesting. Oh yeah, no.
Frank
Nobody is disagreeing with that, except for maybe Cooper Smith. Yeah. Love you, Cooper.
Gene Bay. Be the best. So which non-Straw Hat character would be the best Straw Hat character addition? So if you're not in the Straw Hat crew, which one, if you could add him to the crew, who would it be?
Wow, I mean, I honestly wished Vivi would have joined. I really do wish Vivi would have joined in the beginning. I think she has so much potential as a character, and Oda's still filling information about her out. Mm-hmm. But I think that she would be an awesome Straw Hat from the beginning.
But what would her role be, though? Like,
I mean,
that's the thing. I was like, it's just, I respect it. There's such a kinship between them.
I know.
That
she's a natural born leader. It feels like, and I feel like there's such a connection between her and the crew. And I just feel like she's so likable. Mm-hmm. She's just a likable character that you want to have around.
I'm in.
So, I don't know.
For me, I think it's... boy, I had it home.
Gaimon?
No. Gaimon. Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm in. What a guy.
I mean, Luffy invited him. If you forgot, Luffy invited Gaimon to his crew.
Yeah, he did.
He was like, would you like to join my crew? To a guy in a chest.
But hey, you know what? I was his family, though, on that island. So how could you ask a guy?
The animals, yeah.
He's got everything he needs. What
Food, animals, empty treasure chests.
Oh, man. I think what they need on the Straw Hat crew is a weapons guy. Well, Franky is the kind of the weapons guy, but like...
Yeah,
but
he's Smith.
But he's like a Smith guy, but like, but that'd be kind of serving a purpose. But I can't think of one Smith in the One Piece world.
Who would be a spot? Kuro?
There it is. Captain Kuro.
Thousand Plans. Spy. The best spy in the whole show, in my opinion. I mean, you might agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. That's it. He would be the best spy. He really would.
Yeah.
He really would.
He'd be awesome.
And the sad part is I still can't remember my answer. It was the answer.
Most underrated character I just thought of. Django.
Yes! Django is definitely the most underrated character.
If y'all haven't seen the short of Django dancing in the city, it's so good. I mean, it's so good. Might have to play a quick scene from that.
1, 2, Django!
Oh, absolutely. Django may be the most underrated character.
Oh,
I agree with that. He's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
From the beginning. Moonwalking, I was like, I like this guy.
Is he not the character that needs to be on the Straw Hat crew? Think about it. He would be.
I mean, he definitely
would be great.
Entertainment.
He'd be 100%.
Imagine him and Usopp.
Yeah.
In a comedy stand-up.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be absolutely great. Django, I'm going with Django. I love it. I
like it.
I love
Django and
join the crew, bud.
Whoever I said. Who did I say?
Oh, you said. Oh my God! I completely forgot. I started thinking about.
Oh man. Oh, Vivi.
Vivi, yes, he said Princess Vivi. That's right. That is right.
I think Vivi's a great answer.
That is a good answer.
Well, to finish the episode off, just a little fun question for us too.
Okay.
Not really a fun question, actually. A little more personal question. How has One Piece impacted your life, whether through friendships, personal growth, or creativity?
Oh, I'm telling you, I remember fighting. I think I've said it a few episodes ago how I fought joining the One Piece adventure, and I mean it has been phenomenal, more than I could ever imagine. Just because it makes you want to enjoy it with people, so you share the story with people,
Find your own crew,
and then not just that, but you get to enjoy the story with other people. You come up with your own crew, and it is. I mean, we have One Piece just nights where we get together, just hang out, have buds.
We have nights of about 13 people coming over to Franky here. Come over to his house, and
good old Franky house, and it's just so much fun. It's just a brotherhood of people, just a whole community of just people that just love the story, and
I love the support,
the lessons that One Piece teach, and the themes, and like it makes you have moments where you're like the emotional moments are fantastic, but like just outside. I mean, just know all the guys in straw hats. I love y'all.
Oh,
y'all are amazing.
Love y'all. Y'all are the best.
And I'm just saying that this has been an amazing journey. And anyone that watches One Piece, you can. I mean, it's almost like a fanhood. Like it's a
family.
When you know someone else watches it, it's like, you're like, hey, you're my guy, and you just know. And when you know. You don't
even have to say anything.
That's it. You don't even say, but you just know that, like, and it's just and the theories and the fun. So if I'm telling you. This is your last chance to join the One Piece train, because
it's now or never.
It's getting close to the end, and it's just so much fun to be part of the moments of not knowing, getting to theorize, but also just knowing these moments. It's been phenomenally impactful for the last about 4 years of my life. Yeah, and it's been great.
Well, I mean, more on a personal level, I actually don't think I'd be as close to you if it weren't for One Piece.
I second that, because
he got me into One Piece, and I think talking about it. We kind of grew as friends through One Piece almost.
Absolutely.
And other things. But,
absolutely. But
One Piece really did help grow friendships.
Something broke the ice.
Didn't think I'd be able to talk to. Some people that I don't think I'd be able to talk to. One Piece brought me closer to those people.
Absolutely. You're right.
Which is super interesting to me, how that happens with certain types of things we get into.
But
I don't know.
And I thank you, good old Shanks. We wouldn't have this podcast without One Piece. Like,
dude,
that's literally like everything.
Creativity. Hey,
creativity.
I don't think I'd be doing a podcast right now if it weren't for One Piece.
Absolutely not.
I'm thinking about starting some others just for the fun of it, because I enjoy it, and I think it'd just be awesome to keep doing this.
Yeah.
So
it's phenomenal. So highly recommend, guys. I don't know, I'm telling you, watch One Piece. It's phenomenal.
Watch it.
And it's so good. It's such an amazing journey. And if you know me, talk to me anytime you want. I love it.
Dude, come down.
Wherever you are in the series.
Come to Gadsden, Alabama. Meet us here, and we will have a good time talking about One Piece.
Absolutely. That's it. Well, hey, I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
That's it. I love it. Super!
Thank y'all so much for joining us. I'm so glad we did a Christmas special.
That's it.
I mean, I'm sorry we didn't get to have another guest this time, but I really had a good time, just us two talking, just being real.
100%. I love it.
Spreading the Christmas spirit.
And that's it. One Piece spirit. That's it.
Yep.
Hey, we love y'all.
Hey, y'all are the best. See y'all around.
The Gadsden Grandline podcasts, thanks for tuning in so far. Shanks and Franky bringing joy both close and far. It's the holiday season. Get your cocoa and cola ready for a super time. All are welcome to the Gadsden Grandline podcast.